Every time you click by now, something invisible begins to move. Not in your city, not in a warehouse, not even on land. Somewhere, thousands of miles away, a giant steel ship is crossing the ocean, carrying the things America will soon depend on. Most people imagine supply chains as trucks, warehouses, and delivery drivers. But before the truck arrives, before the package reaches your door, before Walmart or Amazon can sell it, the cargo must survive the ocean. This is the world of container ship captains and crew. A job almost nobody sees. A job that can pay extremely well at the top, but it also takes people away from family, comfort, sleep, and safety for weeks or even months at a time. A container ship is not just a boat. It is a floating city, a moving warehouse, a machine, a workplace, and sometimes a prison made of steel. Once the ship leaves port, the crew cannot simply go home. At the bottom of the ladder is the deck cadet. The cadet is learning everything: how to stand watch, how to read charts, how to check containers, and how to respect the ocean before the ocean teaches them the lesson the hard way. Above the cadet are ordinary seamen and able seamen. These are the hands of the ship. They tie lines, maintain equipment, clean decks, secure cargo, and do the heavy physical work that keeps the vessel alive. Then come the officers: third mate, second mate, chief mate. They are not just sailors. They are navigators, managers, safety officers, and decision makers. Their mistakes can cost millions of dollars or human lives. At the top is the captain, also called the master. On land, there is always someone above you. On a ship in the middle of the ocean, the captain becomes the final authority. When something goes wrong, everyone looks toward one person. And this is why the salary can become so high. The captain is not paid only to steer. The captain is paid to carry responsibility. Thousands of containers, dozens of lives, weather risk, legal risk, corporate pressure, insurance risk. Every decision has weight. But the ocean does not care about your deadline. A retailer may need holiday inventory. A port may demand arrival on schedule. A company may want fuel saved. But the sea can change the plan in a single night. Imagine you are on wash at 3:17 in the morning. Most of America is asleep. The bridge is dark. The radar is glowing. The ship is moving. And somewhere ahead, another vessel appears as a tiny blinking dot. A mistake here is not like missing a turn in a car. A container ship cannot stop quickly. It takes a massive distance to slow down, turn, or avoid danger. The bigger the ship, the earlier the decision must be made. This is why the bridge team works in washes. Someone must always be awake. Someone must always scan the horizon. Someone must always listen to the radio. The ship sleeps, but never completely. Below the bridge, the engine room is another world. Hot, loud, mechanical. The engineers keep the heart of the ship beating. Without them, the captain has a floating mountain of cargo and no power to move it. The crew does not just fight storms. They fight loneliness. They fight boredom. They fight the strange feeling of being important to millions of people who will never know their names. And then there is the pressure of time. Container shipping runs on strict schedules. Ports prepare cranes. Trucks prepare drivers. Warehouses prepare workers. If the ship is late, the delay spreads like a virus through the entire supply chain. This is what most customers never see. The cheap shirt, the phone charger, the furniture, the toy, the kitchen tool. Many of these things have already crossed an ocean before they ever cross your front porch. Now imagine a storm appears. The containers are stacked like colorful skyscrapers. The ship rolls left and right. The captain must protect the crew, the cargo, the vessel, and the schedule all at the same time. The captain can slow down to reduce danger, but slowing down burns time. The captain can change routes, but changing routes burns fuel. Every safer choice has a cost. Every faster choice has a risk. Sometimes the danger is not weather. Sometimes it is people. In certain waters, ships must prepare for piracy, armed robbery. The crew trains, locks doors, increases washkeeping, and hopes the threat stays far away. But the hardest enemy may be routine. The same hallway, the same meals, the same engine hum, the same ocean outside every window. Day after day, the mind begins to feel the distance. This is why crews become close. On land, coworkers go home. At sea, your coworkers are your neighbors, your emergency team, your dinner table, and sometimes the only people who understand what this life feels like. Still, the career ladder is brutal. A deck cadet does not become a captain overnight. It takes sea time, exams, lessons, experience, discipline, and years of proving that you can stay calm when the ocean is not. At each level, the responsibility grows. First, you learn. Then, you assist. Then, you lead a watch. Then, you manage cargo. Then one day, the ship is under your command. The strange part is this: the better the crew does their job, the less anyone notices them. If everything arrives on time, people just assume the system worked. Nobody thinks about the humans inside the steel machine. But when something goes wrong, everyone suddenly cares. A port delay, a blocked route, a storm, a missing container, a late shipment. Suddenly, the invisible ocean becomes the reason prices rise and shelves go empty. This job is not romantic in the way movies make it look. It is paperwork, checklists, inspections, safety drills, weather reports, engine alarms, radio calls, and endless small decisions that prevent big disasters. And yet, for the right person, this life has power. You see sunrises with no buildings in the way. You cross oceans. You carry the world's trade. You earn respect not through noise, but through competence. Young cadet may start by cleaning, washing, learning, and feeling small. But every captain was once that small. Every master once stood on deck wondering if they could survive this world. This is why the career is fascinating. It combines money, danger, isolation, discipline, travel, leadership, and the hidden machinery of modern life. It is not just a job. It is a test of who you become when land disappears. So the next time a package arrives in 2 days, remember this: somewhere a crew gave up sleep. Somewhere an officer watched the radar at night. Somewhere an engineer kept the engine alive. Somewhere a captain made the decision nobody saw. America's shelves do not fill themselves. The supply chain is not magic. It is steel, fuel, weather, risk, paperwork, and people. People living on floating machines so the rest of us can live like everything is normal. And maybe that is the real story of container ship captains and crew. They live far from the spotlight, but close to the pressure. They are almost invisible, until the day they stop moving and the whole world feels it. And maybe that is the real story of container ship captains and crew. They live far from the spotlight, but close to the pressure. They are almost invisible, until the day they stop moving and the whole world feels it.